Imagine finally holding the keys to your dream home but feeling like you've just stepped into a foreign country where everyone's speaking gibberish. Don't worry, fellow LGBTQ home seekers, we're about to crack the code. You're not alone in this maze of mortgages and escrows. Did you know that 73% of first-time buyers feel overwhelmed by real estate jargon? But fear not, because knowledge is power, and we're here to arm you with it. Let's dive into the wild world of home buying terms. First up, pre-approval. It's like getting a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, except instead of candy, you're getting the green light to house hunt. Pre-approval means a lender has checked your finances and decided how much they're willing to lend you. It's not a guarantee, but it's a strong start. Think of it as your financial report card for adulting. Next in our lexicon of real estate lingo, fixed rate versus adjustable rate mortgages. Fixed rate is like ordering the same meal at your favorite restaurant every time. You know exactly what you're getting. Adjustable rate, on the other hand, is like playing Russian roulette with your monthly payments. It starts low but can skyrocket faster than you can say, buyer's remorse. Choose wisely, young Padawan. Now, let's talk about the down payment. It's not what happens when your date stands you up. It's the chunk of cash you pay up front when buying a home. The more you put down, the less you borrow. Typically, you're looking at 3 to 20% of the home's price. But don't panic. There are programs specifically for LGBTQ first-time buyers that can help with down payments. We'll get to those juicy details later. Closing costs, the sneaky fees that pop up at the end like uninvited guests at a party. These include appraisal fees, title searches, and attorney fees. They usually run about 2 to 5% of the loan amount. Let's talk about escrow. No, it's not a type of bird. It's a neutral third party that holds onto important documents and money during the sale process. Think of it as Switzerland in your real estate transaction. Escrow ensures everyone plays fair and nobody runs off with the cash or the house keys before everything's finalized. It's like having a responsible adult supervise your financial playdate. PMI, known as private mortgage insurance. It's not a cool new tech gadget. It's an extra fee you might have to pay if your down payment is less than 20%. It protects the lender, not you. Unfair? Welcome to adulthood. The good news? Once you've built up enough equity in your home, usually 20%, you can often kiss PMI goodbye. It's like finally being tall enough to ride the roller coaster at the amusement park. Speaking of equity, let's decode that term. Equity is the difference between what your home is worth and what you owe. It's like the grown-up version of Monopoly money, but way more valuable. As you pay down your mortgage and your home increases in value, your equity grows. It's like watching your Tamagotchi evolve, but with real financial benefits. Now, let's tackle the appraisal. It's not when someone compliments your outfit. It's when a professional tells you what your dream home is actually worth. Sometimes it's a reality check, sometimes it's a pleasant surprise. The appraisal protects you from overpaying and the lender from overlending. It's like having a brutally honest friend who prevents you from buying that hideous sweater you think looks great. Picture this. You've fallen head over heels for a charming Victorian with a wraparound porch. But is it really worth the $500,000 price tag? Enter the appraiser, your financial reality check. This unbiased pro will scrutinize every nook and cranny, comparing your potential love nest to similar homes in the area. They're like the Sherlock Holmes of real estate, minus the deerstalker hat. The appraiser considers factors like location, condition, and recent sales of comparable homes. They might even uncover hidden gems or potential nightmares you missed during your love-struck tour. If the appraisal comes in lower than the asking price, it's not the end of the world. It's actually a powerful negotiating tool. You can ask the seller to lower the price or walk away without losing your earnest money. On the flip side, if the appraisal comes in higher, congratulations. You've potentially scored instant equity. Just don't get too smug about it, the seller doesn't need to know. Remember, lenders typically won't approve a mortgage for more than the appraised value. It's their way of saying, we love you, but we're not going to let you make a $50,000 mistake. And if the appraisal bursts your bubble, remember, there are plenty of fish in the sea, and plenty of houses on the market. Your dream home is out there, and it'll be worth every penny, as confirmed by a professional appraiser. Title insurance, it's not for royalty, unless you count yourself as the king or queen of your new castle. It protects you and the lender from any future property ownership claims. Imagine buying a home only to find out the previous owner's long-lost cousin claims they actually own it. Title insurance is your superhero cape against such plot twists. Let's decode contingencies. These are conditions that must be met for the home purchase to go through. Common ones include home inspection, appraisal, and financing contingencies. Think of contingencies as your get-out-of-jail-free cards. They protect you from being stuck with a money pit or a mortgage you can't afford. Use them wisely, young grasshopper. Home inspection, it's like a physical exam for your potential new home. An inspector checks everything from the roof to the foundation, looking for any issues that could turn your dream home into a nightmare. Don't skip this step. It's like going on a second date to make sure your potential partner doesn't have any deal-breaking habits. Like leaving wet towels on the bed, or forgetting to flush. Let's talk about debt-to-income ratio. It's not a new dieting fad. It's how lenders determine if you can afford the mortgage payments. They compare your monthly debt payments to your monthly income. Ideally, your debt-to-income ratio should be 43% or less. It's like trying to fit into your favorite jeans after Thanksgiving dinner. The lower the number, the better. Now, for some LGBTQ-specific terms. Many areas have fair housing laws that protect against discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. Know your rights. Some lenders and organizations offer LGBTQ-friendly programs. The LGBTQ+ Real Estate Alliance and the National Association of Gay and Lesbian Real Estate Professionals are great resources. The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination in housing based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, and disability. But here's the tea. Many states and cities have expanded these protections to include sexual orientation and gender identity. Know your local laws like you know your favorite drag queen's catchphrases. Some areas even have specific LGBTQ+ housing rights. It's like having a glitter-covered shield against bigotry. If you encounter discrimination, don't just grin and bear it. Report it to your local housing authority or the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Stand up and be counted. Your experience could help others. Now, let's talk about LGBTQ-friendly programs. Some lenders offer special mortgage products tailored for our community. It's like finding a unicorn, rare, magical, and potentially life-changing. These programs might offer lower down payments, flexible credit requirements, or even grants for first-time LGBTQ homebuyers. It's like getting a golden ticket to the chocolate factory of homeownership. The LGBTQ+ Real Estate Alliance is your grinder for housing, connecting you with professionals who get you. They offer resources, education, and a network of LGBTQ+ and allied real estate pros. Similarly, the National Association of Gay and Lesbian Real Estate Professionals is like the RuPaul of real estate organizations. They work to promote homeownership in our community and advocate for your rights. Consider working with an LGBTQ+ realtor or mortgage professional. They're not just allies, they're members of the family who understand your unique needs and concerns. It's like having a fairy godparent in the real estate world. Remember, your home should be your sanctuary, a place where you can be unapologetically you. Don't settle for anything less. So wave your rainbow flag high and proud as you embark on this home buying journey. With these resources and your newfound knowledge, you're ready to slay the real estate game and find your perfect home. Remember, buying a home is a journey, not a sprint. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. Take a deep breath, maybe do a little dance, and remember that every homeowner was once in your shoes. Now get out there and start house hunting. Your dream home is waiting for you. And when you find it, you'll be ready to decode every term thrown your way. Happy house hunting!